this is discrimination because they're not allowed to live out their fantasies in front of children. Here's that shocking response by the left-wing group. Even the church has been silent for far too long. And in fact, you see a lot of churches doing things like this. Howdy, y'all. I'm Brylan. You know, there used to be a time in our society when protecting the innocence of a child was a good thing. For the most part, right? There's always been creeps and parts of our society that are just yuck. But I'm talking about generally. Look at this real quick with me. This is Matthew chapter 18. This is verse 5. Whoever receives one such child in my name receives me. But whoever causes one of these little ones who believe in me to sin, it would be better for him to have a great millstone fastened around his neck and to be drowned in the depth of the sea. Right before this, Jesus calls a child to himself and says, unless you turn and become like a child, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. Those who cause any child of God, whether adult or child, if you cause somebody who is a Christian to fall into sin, then it would be better for you to have a millstone fastened around your neck and be thrown into the sea. However, right before this, Jesus is calling us to be like children, to be like a child. So there is an innocence of a child, and I think leading a child into sin is absolutely worse. And that's where this story comes in. The Daily Grace Company is a wonderful company. They have Bible study guides, they have pens and highlighters, they have journals, they have prayer cards, verse cards, Bibles. They just put out their most requested Bible study ever, and it's on the book of Esther. If you use our link in the description below, it helps us out. It costs you nothing, but it will help us out. Hey, would you consider hitting that subscribe button and being a part of this community with us? I would love to hear from you on a regular basis. And don't forget to hit that thumbs up button as well. You know, when you like this video, YouTube pushes it out to more people, and it would really help spread this message. Tennessee bill to ban sex change procedures on minors advances to governor's desk. So check this out. Tennessee has been on the ball lately. They have been dropping dimes, as the cool kids would say. Now, the story doesn't stop here. Check out some of the details that will blow your mind. Why this is even having to come to pass. Why do we even have to create laws like this? You know, I'm not one that's in favor of just creating laws willy-nilly. I think our government has gotten too comfortable with creating laws. It was never supposed to just be all these people in suits, our moral betters, sitting behind closed doors figuring out how to restrict our freedoms more and more and more. It was never supposed to be that way. However, it's turned into that. And you know, there's actually a point where society has gotten to now to where there has to be laws created to protect children. That should infuriate you. A bill to ban change procedures on minors in Tennessee passed in the state house on Thursday and will go to the desk of Republican Governor Bill Lee. Now, Bill Lee is absolutely going to sign this. If he doesn't, it will be such a blow out of left field. If signed by Lee, the bill will ban such procedures as mastectomies on girls who come to believe they are boys and make it illegal to give children cross-sex hormones and puberty blockers. The bill passed the Republican-controlled body by a vote of 77-16. You know, this is a great number to see. Such a massive number in favor of sanity, in favor of protecting children. However, to think that there are 16 people within the within the government, the House, I guess, of Tennessee, that's 16 people too many, in my humble opinion. These treatments and procedures have a lifetime of negative consequences that are irreversible. House Majority Leader William Lamberth. So technically, Bill talked about the bill. Right, guys? The bill introduced by Senate Majority Leader Jack Johnson and Lamberth is expected to be approved by Lee. We should not allow permanent life-altering decisions that hurt children. Duh. You know, you can't even buy a gun unless you're 21 now, because 18 apparently you weren't quite all there. You weren't quite old enough, smart enough to participate in your Second Amendment rights. But however, you are old enough to mutilate yourself and do life-altering permanent damage to your body forever when you're like 8. So yeah, there is one side saying you're not old enough to uphold this freedom that you have, yet you are old enough to permanently damage yourself. Do you see the insanity, the absolute uncommon sense that is going on in our society? With partnership of the General Assembly, this practice should end in Tennessee, Lee said in the fall after investigation by the Daily Wire host Matt Walsh revealed that the Vanderbilt University Medical Center had performed double mastectomies on children. You know, they're trying to make it so that you don't even have to have consent from a parent. You don't even have to have a parent know that any of this is happening. You can literally just, your child can be at school. They can say, I don't feel very good, teacher. And then the teacher will say, you know why you don't feel good? Not because of the moldy tuna sandwich they served you in the cafeteria. It's because you were born in the wrong body. And guess what? You can do permanent damage to yourself today. Now, if you think that this is unnecessary, check this out. Tennessee House passes controversial drag show bill. So what this is going to go to the governor's desk as well. At least it should. It's a bill that would ban drag shows from being done in front of children. And it's funny because the drag community is saying that this is discrimination because they're not allowed to live out their fantasies in front of children. And it goes on to say, and let's be clear, now check out this shocking statement that a far left group just made about altering children for the rest of their lives. So this is Lamberth talking, one of the guys that made the bill to protect children. He said, and let's be clear, these treatments and surgeries are cosmetic. No procedure or drug can change a human being's sex, the structure of their chromosomes or their DNA. It is surgical mutilation for the purpose of altering the appearance of a child, and it qualifies as nothing less than abuse. And then check this out. Here's that shocking response by the left-wing group. The bill could face legal challenges if signed, as left-wing groups in the volunteer state like ACLU Tennessee have vowed to sue, claiming that the life-altering procedures are necessary for children. Pure insanity. You know, the only reason why this is happening right now is because people like you and me have been silent for far too long. Even the church has been silent for far too long. And in fact, you see a lot of churches doing things like this.
I have a question first though. Have you ever seen a drag queen? No. No, is this everybody's first time they're ever seeing a drag queen? Well, hello. I am also a boy most of the time when I'm here.
I kind of feel powerful when I put on a dress like this and a big wig and lots of makeup. It kind of helps me to say things that I don't have the confidence to say outside of it.
Pride isn't a place, it's a feeling of being proud. The pride flag represents being proud of who you are. Let's start with gay. Someone who's gay is attracted to people who are the same gender as them.
But hey, let me know your thoughts about all this in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. And if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button and being a part of this community, I'd love to hear from you on a regular basis. And also hit that thumbs up button if you wouldn't mind. You know, when you like this video, YouTube will push it out to more people, and it would really help spread this message. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.